Hello, Adab, Sat Sri Akal. Welcome to yet another episode of the Unnamed Podcast. और मैं हूं आकाश ए Evil Monkey. तो इस पॉडकास्ट में हम बात करते हैं कुछ ऐसे इंटरेस्टिंग लोगों के साथ जो अपनी लाइफ में तो अमेजिंग चीज़ें कर ही रहे हैं, साथ ही साथ उस सोसाइटी में भी बहुत अमेजिंग चेंजेस ला रहे हैं. सो वेल, मेरी आज की जो गेस्ट है, शी इज़ अ 3-time बेस्ट सेलिंग ऑथर, अ फॉर्मर जर्नलिस्ट एंड अ रेडियो होस्ट. वेल, उन्होंने 3 अमेजिंग नॉवल लिखे हैं, स्टिलेटोज इन द न्यूज रूम, हुक, लाइन एंड सिंगल और गुलायत एंड आई. तो वेल, ये तीनों ही बेस्ट सेलिंग नॉवेल्स हैं. इन केस आपने ये पढ़े हैं, वेरी गुड. इन केस आपने नहीं पढ़े हैं, वेल, व्हाट यू वेटिंग फॉर, गो एंड रीड दीज अमेजिंग नॉवेल्स. सो मेरी आज की जो गेस्ट है, हर नेम इज रश्मि कुमार एंड शी इज करंटली बेस्ड आउट ऑफ कैनेडा. और वेल, मेरा सवाल जो सबसे पहला होने वाला है उनसे बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग होने वाला है. सो वेल, लेट्स नॉट कीप हर वेटिंग एंड लेट्स गो एंड हैव अ टॉक with Rashmi Kumar on the Unnamed Podcast. Hello, Rashmi. How are you?
Hi, Aki. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. यार, क्या अभी कनाडा में ठंड है कि नहीं है?
No, Canada is warming up now.
It's a very cliche question to ask to somebody. यार, कनाडा में कितनी ठंड है?
I know. I'm used to it by now, but no, the weather is really warming up. It's in double digits, and we're really enjoying the sun now.
सही सही. नहीं, बट बढ़िया, इट्स अ गुड थिंग यार. एंड हाउ अबाउट द वायरस, हाउ इज इट दैट सिचुएशन देयर इन कनाडा अभी?
Well, on May 14th, we had the first day of our relaunch, the provincial relaunch. And
Okay.
As you know that I live in the province of Alberta. So May 14th was our day one. And it has been phased out. So
Okay.
we have tentatively about 4 phases in which the first phase will be tested, and then they will move on if they feel that phase 1 is all right to the next phase. So yeah, that's how they wish to do.
Okay.
But as far as the COVID-19 situation is concerned, I don't think it's I think personally, I feel, again, no judgment or opinions here, but I feel it's premature to have a relaunch. And
Okay.
I think our government should have given it a bit more time.
So there was no hard lockdown जैसे इंडिया में इस समय?
No, we don't have a hard lockdown, but I wouldn't also say that it's chilled per se. But yeah, we don't have the kind of lockdown that you guys have in India. It's more like goodwill. So the government actually, or the medical officials actually, trust that when you are being told to stay at home, then you do stay at home. And but again, there are some ignorant people in every part of the globe, and
Exactly.
Canada would not be an aberration. So yeah, we do have some people who would still not comply by the rules or the guidelines which have been set by our experts or the government here. So, but then unfortunately, that's what it is, and that's what leads to infections. And community infections, as you know, have been actually the largest and one of the most important reasons why Canada has suffered so significantly. Like I said, is because of community infections. So yeah, that's pretty much the situation here. But of course, we're trying to put it all behind. And like I said, we are moving towards phase-wise relaunch.
Chalo, let's hope for the best कि यार, like everything gets back to the track. And like I was telling my listeners that you have 3 bestseller books. And like the first one was Stilettos in a newsroom, and it was a pretty amazing thing. And I think most जिसने भी पढ़ी है, they have all been very like उनको पढ़ के बहुत अच्छा लगा. They really liked it. And what my whole take was from that thing was about like relationships and like how it is very difficult आज के time में, when we're living in the 21st century. It's a global era, and like you can connect to anybody. Like we are connecting, you're sitting in Canada, I'm sitting in New Delhi, India, and we're connecting to each other just by our mobile phones, right?
Yeah.
And like in this age also, it is very difficult for us, especially when it comes to relationship between a man and a woman, it's very different. It's very difficult to trust somebody or something like that. So,
Mhm.
what is your take about that thing? Because you have written that book, and so I
Mhm.
just want to get your perspective about that.
Right, Aki. So, yeah, you're right about it. Most of my books have actually centered because I'm a very relational person myself.
Hmm.
And almost all, I would say, not most, almost all my books
Hmm.
have centered largely around relationships and,
Hmm.
it explores largely about the raw nature of human emotions and feelings and all of it sort
Huh.
of condenses down to relationships. So yeah, like you said in my first book, Stilettos in the Newsroom, essentially it is based out of my newsroom experiences as a
Hmm.
journalist, which I worked as a journalist for 10 years in India.
Huh.
um I think relationships, like most other things in life, have also evolved.
Huh.
So when you talk about relationships, when we were young, when I say
Huh.
young, I mean in our 20s, early 30s, that was very different as opposed to what we see relationships now.
Huh.
And like you said, in the 21st century. So, it's come a long way. It's really evolved. The dynamics
Hmm.
of the relationships have changed. I would say the fundamental reason for that really comes down to having multiple choices.
Hmm.
And when we say multiple, they're also multi-layered multiple. So when you have multiple choices,
Huh.
and then internally you have more multiple choices within those multiple choices.
Huh.
So whenever there is abundance of anything,
Hmm.
you know so it becomes very difficult to choose, because it's like, okay, ये नहीं अच्छा लगा, चलो इसको ड्रॉप करो, दूसरा पकड़ लो. ये
Huh.
नहीं अच्छा लगा, चलो इसको ड्रॉप करो, दूसरा पकड़ लो. अच्छा, ये
Huh.
नहीं अच्छा लगा, चलो इसको ड्रॉप करो, दूसरा पकड़ लो. ये नहीं अच्छा
Huh.
लगा. So that process goes on and
Hmm.
on and on, and that is the reason why people are not willing to invest.
Don't you think that कि ये तो पहले भी था, like people still had choices?
Well, people didn't have options like dating app growing up. I mean, our generation, your or my generation for
Exactly.
that matter, when we were growing up, okay? Why go far? Let's just talk about us. Like
हाँ.
when we were growing up as kids,
Hmm.
right? We didn't have the concept of dating apps that was so popular,
Correct.
right? So we didn't have multiple choices. We didn't have like I don't want to name brands here, but we didn't
हाँ.
have like XYZ,
Correct.
ABC,
Correct.
DE. We didn't have those choices,
हाँ.
right? So our meetings with people largely dependent on, okay, एक friend के हम घर गए हैं, तो
हाँ.
चलो वहां पे किसी से मुलाकात हो गई.
हाँ.
स्कूल गए हैं, वहां पे किसी से मुलाकात होगी. कॉलेज
Hmm.
में है, वहां पे किसी से मुलाकात होगी. पार्टी में गए हैं, वहां किसी से मुलाकात हो गई.
Correct.
Right?
हाँ.
That's how people were mostly meeting organically in
Correct.
our generation,
हाँ.
as opposed to the way people meet now is, अच्छा, Facebook पे chat हो गया, चलो number exchange करो, what's your WhatsApp number, give me your WhatsApp number,
हाँ.
and then that's it. फिर कुछ अच्छा नहीं लगा, okay, block straight away.
हाँ.
So, why? Because people are not meeting organically. They are projecting their best self. They are
हाँ.
only projecting the Rashmi that is, who's done her hair fabulously, who's
Hmm.
worn nice makeup, who's wearing, fancy clothes. But they don't know what is Rashmi behind that. Right? And they
Correct.
don't know because they don't want to invest that kind of time. They don't want to.
Correct.
And the reason they don't want to invest that kind of time is because there are five, not just five, I'm undercounting this, but there are 50 other multiple choices and options that you have,
हाँ.
not just on dating apps but also all over social media. So in that case, why would somebody want to invest? Tell me.
Hmm.
So that is the reason why people don't want to get into long-term relationships. But having said that, I feel
Uh-huh.
that deep down, each one of us is looking for love. Deep down, each one of us
हाँ.
wants, fundamentally, at a very core level, we
True.
all are lonely people, and all we want is somebody to love us, and
हाँ.
all we want is for us to love somebody.
बट मुझे ये लगता है कि ये जो फीलिंग है ना, दैट दैट सेंस ऑफ बिलोंगिंग एंड दैट सेंस ऑफ बीइंग लव्ड, ईदर इट कम्स वेरी अर्ली टू सम पीपल और इट विल कम वेरी लेट टू सम पीपल. तो लाइक कुछ लोग होते हैं ना जिनको या तो इफ दे आर इनटू अ रिलेशनशिप एंड दे वांट टू बी लव्ड, आई थिंक योर फर्स्ट रिलेशनशिप दैट यू आर इन एंड योर लास्ट रिलेशनशिप दैट यू आर इन, आई थिंक वही दो रिलेशनशिप्स होते हैं कि विच आर लाइक in which you're actually trying to find love. Apart from that, अगर इसके बीच में कोई जर्नी होती है तो उस जर्नी में you're not finding love, you're just, you know, trying to see if that works.
Yeah, I'm not really, I mean, I wouldn't comment on that honestly, but I
हाँ.
do feel that you know, love is something that can happen anytime.
Correct.
It can be with the first person that you met when you were, you know, 25.
Correct.
Or it could also be with somebody you met when, you know, you might end up meeting when you're 50, or you met all if you're already very old.
Correct.
Sorry, I beg your pardon, I don't mean that you're old, but somebody who's, you know, of a certain age, a mature age.
Correct.
You know, you could be 45, 50 plus or something at a mature age.
Correct.
I mean, love could happen even at that age. It really just depends on the person's uh, you know, sense of commitment towards the other person, and how much they are willing to make it work towards the relationship.
Correct.
So I would say that can happen anytime at any age. And however, I would also like to add one very pertinent thing to this is that it's the number one big mistake that we make is to get eager or too like desperate or too overexcited, you know, to fill up that vacuum or the emptiness that we might have in our lives.
Correct.
It's and you know, again, without any judgments, it's very normal to do that. That happens to each one of us.
True.
That we do tend to get over eager,
Right.
especially when we start liking somebody. It's very normal and it's very natural to want to have that person and just keep them for us forever.
Right.
But I think that's where we go wrong. And what we really need to do is, while that relationship or that person or some other exciting relationship that we might want to explore is happening to us, the most important number one thing is to continue to keep working on our own selves. And
Correct.
that could be exploring our own journey the way we want. You know, it could be maybe trying to take care of our bodies. It could be maybe trying to take care of our career.
Correct.
Or you know, maybe mending our relationships with our friends, our family, our, you know, co-workers or whatever.
Right.
Whatever is it's your journey in life is.
Yeah.
द अननेम्ड पॉडकास्ट अब स्पॉटिफाई, गूगल पॉडकास्ट और एप्पल पॉडकास्ट पर अवेलेबल है, और साथ ही साथ द अननेम्ड पॉडकास्ट के सभी एपिसोड अब ईवल मंकी व्लॉग्स यूट्यूब चैनल पर भी अवेलेबल हैं. सो इन केस अगर आपको कुछ पीछे के कंटेंट सुनने हैं या फिर आप आगे के कंटेंट यूट्यूब पर सुनना चाहते हैं, सो गो टू ईवल मंकी व्लॉग्स ऑन यूट्यूब एंड सब्सक्राइब टू द चैनल. And of course, let's get on with the show.
And like how do Canadians view Indians? Because there are a hell lot of Indians in Canada now.
What I'm going to say might not be very appealing, and I would like to start off with complete apologies to my Canadian friends, and I have a lot of love and respect for them.
It's okay.
And I'm
Yeah.
not trying to be diplomatic here, but I would still like to, because, you know, I did make some very beautiful relationships here in the last 8 years that I've spent here. Having said that, I do feel that Canadians still do not know a large part of who Indians are and what India stands for originally. And the reason I say that is because there is a very practical, very pragmatic reason for that. Because most people who migrate to in Canada from India are essentially from very small parts of India.
Correct.
Okay, and they are people, you know, कहते छोटे छोटे गांवों से, districts से. Okay? They are moving from those little towns and districts and cities in India, who have probably not even explored India, or who probably never even moved out of India, or never even moved out of that particular town. And then straight from that little town, they are moving straight to Canada. Their perspective is very narrow. All they have seen is just their little town, and then the big life in Canada, which is like fast cars, and you have these fancy places and
Correct.
big restaurants, and everybody is courteous and clean, and uh, like everything is free and there's no pollution, and
Huh.
blah blah blah. So the way Canadians look at Indians are, most of the people who are capable of just doing odd jobs, like maybe driving cabs, or working at grocery stores as cashiers, or maybe working in a Pizza Hut, or it's very hard for a migrant Indian immigrant to break through the mainstream line, wherein they can have a dignified jobs like teachers or doctors, or like your stereotypical jobs. No, that does not happen. That does not happen here. And I have always been very vocal about it. And these are the barriers, these are the shackles that need to be broken if Canada wants a good number of immigrants. Unfortunately, that has not happened. And the kind of jobs that most Indians end up getting here are actually starting from the scratch. Like, you end up starting from the scratch. You end up working at a grocery store. You end up working as a cashier. You end up, sweeping toilets. While and if you see, the background of these people is very, very rich. Like, they're very well educated. When I say rich, I mean rich in education, rich in
Right.
family values, rich in the kind of culture or background they come from. And yet, because they don't have those kind of avenues to break through the mainstream, end up doing these odd jobs. The government needs to change that outlook, and they should not be. It's fine if you're evaluating the degrees and all of that to match up to the your level of education, and that all that is fine. I respect that point of view, but there is a lot of emphasis on Canadian experience. But my
Right.
point is, how will you get Canadian experience if you don't give that person a chance to have the Canadian experience?
Talking about work, you are actually working in a radio station in Canada. So tell me about your experience. Like, how is the what is the difference between working for a radio station in India and working for a radio station in Canada?
It's been nice. It's I mean, I really enjoy doing my show. My show is titled Rush Hour, and it's on 1017 World FM.
Nice.
And it's exciting. I love interacting with my callers, and it's really exciting when they give me amazing feedback, and when you have people actually wanting you to be a part of their personal lives, and that really touches me. It just feels like I could add a smile to somebody's face. I could just add value to their life, and I feel chalo mera kaam sarthak ho gaya ab.
Wow, nice, nice. After all this English, you can come up with a word called Sarthak, huh?
There you go, bang on.
Sahi, sahi. Good to see, yaar, ki you have at least not forgotten to speak in Hindi. I think now you're working on your fourth book, and
That's correct.
and you are also a radio jock. So tell me this thing: like, if somebody is like trying to get into the field of writing, or getting or is trying to getting into the world of radio, what is out of your experience? What are the tips that you want to give to those people?
So, writing and radio are two different mediums. So,
I
I
know.
would start with writing first, because that's something that's extremely close to my heart. It's like my sanctorium.
Huh.
So, in order to be a writer, and just a few days back, I had said in the other interview as well that it's really essential that you don't do the देखा देखी culture कि अच्छा इसने किया तो मैं भी करूँगा, और इसने अपनी किताब लिखी है तो मैं भी लिखूँगा. Because see, what happens is, when you anything that you do in life, not just radio or writing, but it could be cooking, for instance. But if you're cooking for a wide mass of people, that anything that you do on a public platform comes in public attention, right?
Exactly.
And anything that comes under public scanner leads to attention leads to fame leads to popularity, and so on and so forth.
Correct.
My point is that if that is your only target in life, okay, then you will not be able to reach anywhere. I think your fame, you might get fame, but that fame will be very short lived. It might just, give you that attention or that spotlight for a very limited period of time. It's like 1 minute fame, 1 minute famous. That's
Exactly.
it. It would end the moment people forget about you.
Correct.
That's the reason why you have people like Shakespeare, for that matter, or you have people like Mohammad Rafi,
Exactly.
who's a singer. You have people like Amin Sayani,
Exactly.
who's been a legendary radio artist. So these people, just to name a few, right? एक writer है, एक singer है, एक radio host. These are the people we still remember after decades
Exactly.
and decades.
Exactly.
Okay, these are not people that belong to today's generation. They are people who were there,
Correct.
but we still remember them. Why do we remember them? Because they were very true to their passion. They were very
Correct.
true to their art. They were very true to what they were doing. And that is what I would like to tell all the upcoming artists, is that please do not focus on fame. If you honestly and strongly feel towards your art, just focus on polishing that art. Your art form should be like your sanctorium. Your
Correct.
art form should not be a surrogacy for you to fame.
Very
Okay,
true.
that's number one. For writing, I think I would say the same thing for radio as well.
Correct.
If you feel very strongly for radio, if you think you are an amazing communicator, again, do not focus on fame. Do not focus on the number of likes that you might get.
Correct.
Do not focus on the number of, what do you say, popularity that you might have across the globe. If you're really true to what you're doing, you will form your own tribe. You will form your own community. And then your community, your tribe will start speaking for you. Okay?
Right.
You will not need to speak for yourself. Your tribe will speak for you. So, be it any art form or be it anything in life for that matter, as long as you're true to your cause, I think that is the key. That is where you will reach wherever you have to reach.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool. And well, on that note, we'll like to end this interview, but I'll wish you the best of luck. And I hope that you come down to India and we'll get to meet you personally. And then we'll do another show when Rashmi comes back to India. Huh?
Thank you so much, Aki. It was wonderful talking to you. And, it's been my dream to co-host a show with you anytime soon, whenever I come to India. And we'll absolutely burn the FM, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And thank you very much once again for coming on the Unnamed podcast.
Thanks for having me over.
सो वेल आई होप कि आपको ये इंटरेस्टिंग कॉन्वर्सेशन पसंद आया रश्मि कुमार के साथ. एंड इन केस यू लाइक दिस कंटेंट, वेल डोंट फॉरगेट टू फॉलो अस ऑन वेयर एवर यू आर गेटिंग योर पॉडकास्ट. प्लस अगर आप ये शो इस समय यूट्यूब चैनल पर सुन रहे हैं मेरे, विच इज इवल मंकी व्लॉग्स, सो डोंट फॉरगेट टू सब्सक्राइब टू द चैनल and hit the bell icon to get more notifications in the future. Till then, I see you next time. Stay cool, stay tight, and live life human size.